Hey folks, welcome to another video. Today we're playing a game called CloverPit. Now CloverPit is a game that is high stakes in that it's kind of a trapped in a room survival horror game where in order to survive you need to gamble. Now these are lucky charms that you can purchase using Clover tickets. I don't have enough Clover tickets to buy anything of value right now. I only have 13 coins. I need 7 coins to do 7 spins. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we've got our 7 back. Okay, earn an additional 3. Earn an additional 5. Earn an additional 7. Okay, this one's good. So I ended up with 29 there. We can deposit some of those, and we've also earned another ticket. Getting closer to our debt goal of 75. Now you can see here, these are the symbols, these are the odds of those symbols appearing. This is the multiplier. The goal in this game is to try to get these symbols to appear more frequently for specific symbols and with a higher multiplier and a higher value. How do you do that? Well, there's a couple of ways. One, you can use this phone here, which currently isn't doing anything. 2, you can use these charms. So we've got a 15% chance for the symbols to have a repetition modifier. That's a good one. Let's use that. And let's go ahead and spin a second time. Certainly didn't get a lot out of that. One round left. We don't need to earn that much, but hopefully we earn something. Okay, so we got 5. We earned just enough to move forward. Now, if we don't hit our deadline, there's some consequences. So now we have to hit 200 as our goal. And here's where our first phone rings. So we can double the value of clovers and bells, increase the value of patterns with 3 or less symbols, or increase the charm space by 1 permanently. I like this one, because then any 3 symbols or more will help there. This will give us 2 extra rounds. I don't think I want that one. I do like this one, but I don't think we need it just yet. So I'm gonna just wait a moment, because I don't have, like, this one doesn't recharge. It'll just happen. The other thing I do want to mention is we can use the bathroom. In the initial go of the game, what you want to do is unlock keys here that open these drawers. These drawers can actually store some of these lucky charms. So if you have too many lucky charms, like right now I have a limit of 7, I could actually take this one and put it in a drawer or throw it away. So that's a useful tip as well. Right now, we don't have any additional multipliers, any additional symbols. Let's go ahead and just play our next round here. Not too bad for one round. We earned about 30, which is not too terrible. Alright, let's go ahead and try again. There we go. We got 60 that time. We ended up with 70. So there's a couple of things that we can do. I wasn't really happy with any of these. So one of the things we can do is actually recycle these and see what the next batch gives us. This will give us 30% toward our debt instantly. This gives us a calendar which will increase the symbol's base value for each round that's skipped in a deadline. I don't tend to have the ability to skip in a deadline very often. This restocks the store at the end of every round. That's a pretty cool one. That gives us different stuff every time. And those restocks sometimes help to build up a counter. I don't think I need any of these again right now, but this is a safety if we need it. Because this is our second, I believe, round. But we only have one round left. Let's go ahead and just, as a safety, let's go ahead and immediately earn those 60. That'll let us pay off this one a little early. We'll get more tickets because we paid off early. Phone rings again. I'm not super thrilled with any of these, but if we do be right back, we might be able to double our coins and get something of value later. Let's go ahead and add these two. Now what these do, this one triggers randomly, gives us luck +5. What this one does is gives us the possibility for an extra spin and luck +7. So we can use all the luck we can get right now. Let's see what happens. Sometimes life gives you lots of lemons. That happened just there. So again, as you can see, nothing has really increased or multiplied there. That's not the sign that we want to see. Here we go. There we go. Lots of diamonds. 85 isn't bad. More diamonds, perfect. Okay, so we got something. Again, not the greatest score in the world, and we're not really on track to hit that 666 right now, unfortunately. Now, if you get 666, it wipes anything that you've earned in the spins in this round. What we really need is like a jackpot right now, because 45 isn't going to earn us enough to get to 666. And we're about to see what happens when you don't have enough coins. The alarm goes off. And it tells you your status. Now, after you've unlocked some stuff in the game, you have these memory cards that you can choose from. Different skill sets. We've got 3 charms instead of 4 with 2 restocks. We've got fixation for the rest of the run. Every deadline will have 7 rounds, but rounds will only have 1 spin. That's interesting. So you'd have 7 rounds per deadline, but 1 spin per round. Screen addiction deadlines have 1 round, but you get 21 spins. That's an interesting one as well. Cold affection, you start with 12 tickets. You get earn none for the rest of the game. Old wounds, you get an additional memory pack every time you would have earned 1. Bully's favorite for the rest of the run. Whenever a deadline ends, you have 6 or more charms. Discard 1 at random and get 2 free restocks. Delusions of grandeur. The debt to reach is 2 times bigger, but if you get to the door, you'll get a golden knob. For the rest of the run, picking the most spins option doubles the chances of 666. Fewer havens the 666 chances. Double chances to show up on this one. Life lessons. When a deadline ends, you get a 0.6 chance of seeing 666. A new investment. You earn coins for your interest only when the deadline ends. Sacrifices. You start with 6, but you get a permanent discount of 1 on every charm. Let's go gambling. 50% chance to discard all charms and drawers. Class dunce halves the chances of 2 random symbols. That's actually a pretty decent one. I like that but it's random, so we don't know which 2. Third deadline onward, every last deadline has 1666 to show up. Predefined charms will be banned for the rest of the run. For the rest of the run, phone abilities will trigger 1 more time, but whenever a deadline starts, the store will be empty. Overdose for the rest of the run, lucky charms will be triggered 1 more time, but they won't recharge when the round ends. And then there's 1 more card that I have not discovered yet. I do want to try one of these cards. Let's try... I feel like the 21 spin 1 round sounds interesting. Let's try that one. One of your many problems, it says. So we have 21, 21. Start with 27. We've got 5 here. This will increase the base value. This is a multiplier for every time we didn't pick up the phone. We only have 1 round. Let's go with that. Base multiplier. Let's try our 21 spins. Let's try our luck. Again, we are just trying to get to 75. I think we can do this. I hope so. 21 spins? That's a lot of spins. So you've definitely earned enough. would have been fun if we got over the 200, because then we could show you another thing that can happen. I don't see us doing that, though, unless this one spin is perfect, and it is not. But that's okay. We have no rounds left, obviously. The deadline is now. It's always going to be now. Let's see what happens. Now we need to get to 200. Obviously, we're at 75. We've got 4. Let's see what we got here. I like the token modifier. That's a decent one. Lucky Charms are discounted. Double the jackpot's value. This is a tough one. Let's go with double the jackpot value. I feel like we have more of a chance of hitting the jackpot in 21 rounds. Let's give it a shot. There we go, there's a lot. Not worth much though, unfortunately. More spins. We have to get to 666 as our gains on this one. We did add that token modifier, which should give us some additional coins. So we saw it gave us a little bit of extra. Almost a jackpot. Almost doesn't really count though, unfortunately. And I don't know that we're going to get to 666 on this round. No, we did not. Oh, we only needed to get to 200. Thank goodness. Even better. We do have a chance. Alright, so now we need to get to 666. Let's see what we get here. Halves the base chances to manifest diamonds, treasures, or 7s. I feel like the double your coins might be good. Let's do be right back. Let's see if there's something we want to buy first. We've got luck plus 10. We've got the interest increase. I feel like interest increase and the record might be helpful. Then let's do double your coins. That gives us 234 to start with. Let's see, how many do we need? We need 84. So let's deposit some so that we get some more interest. And let's see what our luck brings us. We're probably not going to hit 666, but you never know. We're really going to need a jackpot with some high value. If we can get all 7s, that would be perfect. One spin left. I don't think we're going to make this, unfortunately. Let's see what happens, and nothing. So you see the difference in playstyle from using one of those memory cards as a modifier. Quick, let's enter as many coins as we... Oh, too late. Didn't hit that deadline. So, just using the standard erase memory card, you play as normal. And this time we're going to try to strategize. We're going to try to optimize things so that... Let's go with the luck. Let's go with the luck. Okay, those two should be helpful. This one will give us an extra turn every once in a while. This one will give us the equivalent of our interest every so often. I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit of interest there. Let's hope our 7 spins. Again, we're playing just a normal one this time. So we just added an extra spin. Gives us 12. Another extra spin, that's perfect. I got a bunch of lemons here. So 44. Now, we could technically load these all in. I want to keep enough here because I want to see if we can earn an additional 200, which we probably won't, but let's see what happens. Just want to show what happens when we get to that. So we got a number of options here. We have just 2 tickets. 3 would get us that chain modifier. Let's go ahead and do... Let's deposit a little bit first. That'll get us more tickets. I don't really like any of these. But let's go ahead with the restock. That could be useful. Let's take this one, this one. And we ended up earning a new golden horseshoe. And that was unlocked because we purchased the horseshoe 7 times. And then this one doesn't take up space. So that's cool. We've got a free one here. But it is a devious free one. These are all worth 1. Let's see what happens. You know what? Let's go ahead and take the gambles bet here.
Let's go.
Press this button. That'll activate our ancient coin. Look at all those cherries. That's perfect. 27 there. Beautiful. That's a jackpot. 250. We got 1,005. Beautiful. So that should definitely pay off our next debt as well. So you'll get to see what happens when you can pay off the next debt before it's offered to you. That was pretty awesome. I'm going to keep going because we have the opportunity. I'm going to load this up to near 200. Do 195. We have a bunch of options. We could actually go over here and we could hunt around to find better options. I like the ones we've got just for this fun bit here, because we're not at a point where we have the 666 yet, so we could keep activating that ancient coin without consequence. Now the next round we have the 666, so if I can avoid that as much as possible, that'd be super helpful. So now you can see, if we turn here, cherries are up to 16. The value's starting to increase for each of these symbols. We finally got some lucky charms that help with that. Alright, we'll do that again one more time. Back up to 7 spins. There we go. Beautiful. $373 on that one. Alright, so we ended up with 2,278 plus interest on here. The good news is we only need 5 coins. When we put those 5 coins in, you'll see what happens next. The phone's going to ring, first of all. And then we have enough coins to make the deadline. So with the phone, I'd like to double my coins. That's always helpful. Let's see, are there any of the... So we don't have any tickets, that's right. Let's go ahead and hear the deal. The deal is if we deposit all of our coins, we get a memory pack. So here's the spirit. We still have 4,130. That'll allow us to do a second memory pack in just a moment here. And here's the cards. So we've got Fixation. We've got Overdose. And we've got Important Choice. Now we have to reach 2222, which we can. Again, we want to see what we've got here. We've got cherries manifest more often, double the value. I like double the value. 35% to have the token modifier. All right. We're going to do a free. We're going to take this one. We're going to take these extras. I kind of like this necklace, but let's see how many we've already got 7 out of 7. So let's just keep what we've got going. And let's go ahead and click this. Here's the deal. Again, 2 memory packs this time. Expensive love. Oh, 2 expensive loves. And a heartbreak. And a second memory pack. We've got Bully's Favorite, Fixation, and Important Choice. And we've unlocked a new Lucky Charm. Let's see what the phone has for us here. Double the value of lemons and cherries, always helpful. Let's go unlock the Collector. Patterns multiplier +1 for every charm or trait you have equipped. That's awesome. Alright, let's go. Let's try this. Again, using the coin, we have a higher chance of getting 666, which is kind of scary, but let's see what happens. That's gambling for you, right? Pretty decent run there. We got 653. Another 280 there. Two more spins. Okay, we got an extra. Not too bad. So, again, not the greatest, but not terrible either. Let's go ahead and deposit a bunch of coins. Let's push the button. Again, gives us 2.1% chance of a 666. Not too bad there. And as you can see with those multipliers, with the repeated runs, it really helps add up the amount that we get. Bells aren't worth much, unfortunately. Alright, so we have one more round. We might be able to make it. It's gonna be pretty close. Let's see, is there anything here that we can do to potentially... We've got two free ones. Let's see what kind of restocks we can get. Plus 35% chance. That's pretty decent. What do we have here? I've got a lot of lemons coming though, I feel like. Let's do one more round. I feel like if we could do a modifier of some form or like a triple or something like that, that would be better. Well, this one's actually pretty good. Symbols multiplier +1. What does this one do? No, I want that one for sure. I feel like getting rid of the coin. Put that in the drawer. Let's go with a symbols multiplier. Let's see what happens. We lowered our chance of 666 and then we got a 6 almost immediately. And there's a 6-6. Only two more to go. And we are not going to hit this goal, but that's okay. There's lots of different strategies on how to play this one. I am curious, did we unlock that last card? We did, so that's cool. Overdose was the last one we didn't have. And again, we've got lots of modifiers here. We've got 103 out of the 160. One of my personal favorites, we're just going to flip to it here, is Jimbo here. Jimbo is featured as one of the Jokers in Balatro, which is a game that kind of plays a bit like this one. So I just wanted to highlight that one before I go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been a look at one of my favorite new games, CloverPit, which is available today on Steam. Been playing this with the XREAL One glasses. Nice big 147-inch screen virtually in front of me, which is very cool. Great sound as well. Thanks for watching. Check out some great games for yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.